ACCUSTATS Video Productions presents from the Executive West Hotel in Louisville, Kentucky, the 5th Annual Derby City Classic. Along with Danny Diliberto, I'm Bill Incardona. I'm the fella on the left, the good-looking one in the red shirt. the guy who with that just laughed, well, you know that.
I'm the guy on the right.
Okay. Anyways, the feature matchup, Danny, is between two young players. Scott Frost from Phoenix, Arizona, one of the better one-pocket players in the world today, and Alex Pagulayan, a fellow that Scott Frost knows very well, because these two guys play one another regularly, and I hear that it's nothing more than a toss of a coin.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you something. We have two aggressive players here. We'll call them young players, and I just love Alex. I don't mean I'm pulling for him, but he is always happy. Always, you can't tell if he just won 20,000 or lost 20,000. He's always giddy and happy.
Yeah, he's got such a great attitude, you know, and he plays so well too. You know, he just finished second to the Kaiser at the U.S. Open 9-ball Championships, which was aired on pay-per-view. And he's just got such a great attitude, and boy, can he play. Scott Frost is recognized as one of the strongest young players in the world today, and I would have to put him up in the top 5 or 6 one-pocket players in the world today as well.
Well, anyway, you know, Scott Frost is from one of the cities I lived in for many years, Phoenix, Arizona, and I have like a little connection with Toronto, where Alex from, you know, but as time goes by, it looks like I've lived almost everywhere anyway. So I know the cities they live in. I can tell you the pool rooms. And
that was an excellent break. Pagulayan broke the balls, made an excellent break, with the exception of the corner ball came out slightly too much that time. Frost pocketing the first ball. He does have a shot on the one, Danny, and I do believe he's going to take it. It lays only about 10 inches from the pocket, about 3.5 inches off that bottom cushion. He's looking at it now, and he doesn't really like it, but I'm surprised, because if he were playing 9-ball, he would pocket the one ball with ease here, Danny.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he'll look everywhere and everything. I'm sure he'll wind up shooting that one. And well, maybe I'm not so sure, but I think he should versus this shot. Yeah, I didn't like this. He's better off shooting the one. I think with a high ball, he could have hit the 13 and 6, and then the ball would have came right down here for position for the ball on the rail, I think the 11. I'm really surprised he didn't shoot that. I didn't see any great future there. He tried to make the ball off of the 15, so the 15 wouldn't be there, but it didn't work. He didn't hit the 15, and the 15's still hanging. And Alec, who shoots pretty good behind his back, didn't shoot good behind his back right now, but he has the 8 ball if he wants to go. I'm pretty sure the 8 goes by. Is he looking at it? If it goes, he's going to shoot it.
Well, I think it does go, because he's taking another look at it, and this time from the angle where he needs to shoot it from. So therefore, it's obvious that it goes, and there it goes. I don't know. I don't believe he may have a shot on the blue 2 ball. He's taking a look at it now. Let's take a look at his expression. That'll tell the story. Well, once again, I'm not sure whether or not he has a shot or not. From the monitor, it doesn't appear that he has a shot.
From his face, it doesn't look like he has a shot.
Now, keep in mind, the 1 ball is positioned near Frost's pocket, the 11 ball adjacent to it, and it's a pretty good billiard, too, by the way, so it's going to be hard for Alex to defend against the 1 ball, because regardless of where he puts him, he's going to probably leave him that billiard 11-1. So therefore, he has to do something down this end of the table, which he's going to twirl the cue ball slightly around the green ball, and hopes to move that 1 ball from that advantageous position that it was in for Frost.
Well, except for if there's a dead ball. He looks like he's shooting at this 4 ball. He's going to bank it into the 3 and make the 4.
Yeah, he's a very creative player, and he gets plenty of action when he plays, because that's the type of shots he looks for. He looks for shots that gives you action, and that was one of those action shots. He almost made 2 balls on that particular shot, or maybe he even did. Did he make 2 balls on that one shot?
Yeah, I believe he did.
Okay, the score is 3. Well, the score is 3-1, but it should be 3-2 right now, I do believe.
Yeah, maybe he didn't make 2.
Well, there's 5 balls off the table. So if he did make 2, we'll have an adjustment in the score momentarily. But now for sure he has 2, possibly 3.
Billy, there's 7 balls off the table. And all these balls, if he falls on them like he did, he can get every one of them. So what is the score? Is 4-3 right now? Where's the other ball?
I think he has 5.
Unless something went in another pocket.
I don't believe anything went in another pocket. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, there's a ball vanished. You know why? We got a little snookered by him when he shot the ball on the 4 and that other ball.
He played position for the 4 ball, the pink ball.
He got there.
And in doing so, he hit it a little bit too hard because he was lying rather flat on the 2, and it took a little extra stroke to get him up table for the pink. And so therefore, he missed the 2, hitting it with the speed that he hit it with.
Guys, before we go much further, we got to find out where the other ball is because there's only 14 of them accounted for. You know, it can happen here. They can wind up going to the last ball and both have 7 and then wonder what happened.
Now we made the adjustment. It was our mistake. We made the adjustment. 5 for Frost, 3 for Pagulayan.
Okay.
Now Pagulayan at the table. His pocket is the lower left-hand corner. He's looking to shoot the combination. I kind of like maybe banking the 10 before I shoot the
well, let me tell you something about this combination. If he hits it good and makes the ball, the 5's banking towards the pocket also. So he will have the 5 next, if that's the 5, or is that the 4?
That's the pink 4.
That's the 4 ball.
You people out there are going to have to excuse Danny. He's colorblind.
Yeah.
And I mean it sincerely. He is colorblind.
He is. Well, see, he didn't cut it, but did you notice the ball banking? And he just gave this game up.
He just totally misjudged that shot.
Well, he didn't cut it. If he cut it, the cue ball wouldn't have glanced as full, and the other ball would have probably went faster to the pocket. But whatever it is, I expect Scott to get out.
Contestants out of the 293 that started the one-pocket tournament. We have a nice hand of applause for everybody that's still.
Frost needing only 2 balls. Will pocket the 6, and then draw the cue ball to the side cushion, or else just float down, which he's drawn it to the side cushion. That seems like a little better shot, increasing the accuracy of the shot with the speed that he hit it with, opposed to just floating down table for the pink ball. Anyways, nevertheless, he pocketed the 6, and Pagulayan conceded game number 1. Frost leading in the match, race to 3, 1-0. These 2 guys played the last round, by the way.
Yeah.
And with this format, you can play the same opponent every time you come to the table, at least twice, because they have the buyback option.
Right, it's highly improbable, but I've seen it happen many times.
Well, depending on the number of players that are left in the tournament, there are only 12 players left in the tournament.
But basically, it can happen with 200 players, just higher odds. But at any rate, who won the match, Billy? Tell them who won.
Well, Scott Frost won the match, hitting one of 3 games to 2, I hear, and went down to the last ball. And like I mentioned before, these 2 guys play one another on a regular basis, and it's a very close contest, just as the last match was between the 2 of them.
Well, he missed the head ball, but I have to say this, and it's very important. He broke Alex's serve. I mean, you know, that's very, very big because, you know, the guy who wins the lag has the advantage because he's going to get more breaks. But now he equalized that by beating him on his break.
Well, they're playing winner. Are they playing winner break or alternate break?
No, alternate.
Alternate break. So therefore, you're 100% correct. Breaking the service is very important because they're playing alternate break. Pagulayan surveying the situation, walking around the table trying to figure out exactly where he wants to put the cue ball.
Well, I don't know what he can do looking at this bank. I mean, he has obstructions in the way, and he would have to control the ball. But it would be a combination bank, and he would have to really, really place that cue ball in the right spot to not sell out.
Let's take a look at the bank. I think that if he banks it and applies inside English, he can go up here. If he hits it softly enough, I think that he will be able to pocket the ball and also duck at the same time, providing that the speed of the shot lays right.
Well, as we know, playing the safe part of the shot is the most important one in this spot, because if he misses the ball and hides the cue ball real well, that ball will be near the pocket, missing it.
Right. He's better off hitting this ball thicker, going into the cushion here. It may even go off of this ball. This will give him more of an ability to. Okay, he went all out after that bank, and I don't know if I like doing that, because what future did he have in terms of running balls,
right?
Especially the way he hit it.
Never shoot at one ball that could sell out a bunch to your opponent if it's a tough shot. And you have to say that was kind of a tough shot. He did sell out. I mean, he left the 1 in case that didn't go in.
Okay, this is a very, very big shot right now. He has to be very careful on this shot here. He doesn't sell out a return bank.
Or straight in.
Or straight in is right. Look where he's left the cue ball.
He lost control.
So therefore, a couple of suspect shots on Alex Pagulayan's part. He missed the combination and scratched in the side in game number 1, giving Frost an opportunity to win an easy game. And in game number 2, really mispositioning the cue ball and allowing Frost at the table with a very easy shot. So this is something that you don't see Pagulayan do often.
Well, tell me, that combination looks close to 5-6. Can you tell anything about it, Billy?
I believe it's favoring the lower side here.
Oh, yeah?
But take a look at the red ball to the right of the pack. He does have room to make it. And there's a chance if he gets the right angle, Danny, that he's going to open up the pack there. And it looks like if he's able to hit the 11 will come out too after pocketing the red ball.
And that's where speed's important. See, if he gets positioned, well, he didn't. He's going for that. Oh, look at this. He made a bank. He created a bank here, I believe. But what Billy is saying, if he gets on the 3, and if he hits at the right speed, the cue ball goes forward, knocks the 11 out next. And anyway, he didn't get that angle, so we could forget about that. If he can make the ball, which I don't think he can, he's not hitting any pile.
Well, it looks like he can make it because he's really not taking any time.
Yeah, I guess he can.
Trying to decide if it's makeable or not. It obviously was makeable.
That's the answer to that question. Now I think, what would you do here? Are you going to just knock this ball and, to your pocket 3 rails and swing the cue ball around?
No, you can't do that. You don't have the angle to do that. You know, he can't swing the cue ball 3 rails. Excuse me, knock it to his pocket and swing the cue ball around. And doing so, you won't even.
Yeah, the speed would be off for the object ball. What do you do?
He's going to reposition the cue ball in the stack. Just like this, at least he tried to do it.
And get it where it passes the pile for his pocket, too. That ball's good for both of them. In fact, it probably stopped almost dead middle of the table.
Okay, the score is 4-1 in favor of Frost in game number 2. Frost has a 1-0 lead in this race to 3. Pagulayan wants to make sure that he doesn't start developing an up-table game. He trails by 3 balls, 4-1, so he's going to have to shoot a shot that's not going to suggest that they're going to be playing an up-table game. So therefore, he would like to refreeze the cue ball in the stack by going off the orange ball, or else he's kicking into the stack, which I can't fault him for this either. Okay, that's a good shot.
Too hard.
No, that's a good shot. He froze the cue ball on the 9.
I don't think so. He left the bank, Billy. He hit that ball a little too hard, so that gives Scott the free shot at this bank. If he hit it a little bit softer, Scott should not have shot this shot. Get it?
Yeah, well, I didn't see the bank right away, so
you're getting older, you know, it takes a while. But when you do see the layout, you do come up with the right shot, percentage-wise. How's that little number here?
Okay, well, I believe that he's going to have to kick across table underneath the pink ball. That's his only real out here.
Yeah, he can't get the best of much here. He can kick 1 rail out at it and try to make it, too.
Now, after kicking, favoring the bottom side of the pink, it looks like he's going to leave Scott a kick into the stack, and he's going to have more balls in front of his pocket.
Right, this shot.
Now once again, he's guilty of the same thing he's been guilty of in the past. In the recent past, he's allowed Frost at the table with a simple shot. Yeah. So therefore, whether he's really off his game right now, that's for sure. Uh-oh, that was really misplayed there. He's frozen himself to the pack almost. Okay, now that's a good shot. He's leading 6-1. The shot that he just shot increases the chances of playing an up-table game from this point, and that's exactly what Frost wants to do because he has a 5-ball advantage at 6-1. Alex wants to put him back in the pack. Put him back in the pack. No, that's not the right shot because now all balls go up-table. Had he put him back in the pack, then he couldn't shoot a shot that would that would help develop an up-table game. See, now we'll be playing an up-table game now.
Which Alex losing 6-1 doesn't need.
Right, so therefore the last time he was at the table, he should have tried to reposition the cue ball back in the pack, not allowing Frost to do this to him. But I don't think he really has his mind in this match, on this game. For some reason, Danny, he doesn't have one pocket on his mind right now because there's been several shots he shot that were kind of suspect.
Well, if you saw the pretty girl I saw him with, you might understand why maybe he doesn't have his mind on this match.
Scott Frost has his mind on this match. He's one of 4 players, or 3 or 4 players that does not have a loss. And he's really in an advantageous position, having the option or the luxury to buy back in the event that he loses the match. Jose Perica's another one, Larry Neville's another one. I think there are 3 of them out of 12 left in the tournament that still hasn't used their option to buy back in. Pagulayan's trying to look for something offensive, but nothing offensive out there.
No, I don't see any chance to do something to pocket a ball in his pocket. He has to, like you say.
Well, I'm going to tell you the shot that might be available. I don't know if it is. If I could hit this too in some way, whether it be this way, I would try to hit that too. Bring that cue ball down to that where that circle is. That's a perfect position for the cue ball. That's where he had to get, because now he's trying to keep balls in play, and with that shot, that really increased his chances of keeping balls in play. Now, if Pagulayan could use a pencil like we can up here, he probably would draw something like this, contacting these balls, drifting over here, repositioning the cue ball over here. That's about the best spot for him to be in, considering the position of the balls right now. And that way, Frost can't do anything to play an up-table game. Excuse me, I drew for the wrong side.
Right, but it's a similar type of shot, but except he made a great kick on the 2.
Right, a shot that I diagrammed the last time he was at the table. He was just one shot late on it.
You know what happens when you start playing the wrong pocket in the
I do it for money too, by the way.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't. But the thing is, we are following both players, you know, and figuring the right shot for both of them. So we're really, we have both of their pockets. So we get a little confused sometimes, especially when you discuss a shot with me.
This is a good angle right here. This will give us an idea of exactly what's available. Okay, right away I can see the green ball is one of the right shots. I'll have to look a little further for the next one. He can bank the green ball hopefully to the left of the black ball, sending the cue ball maybe even behind the blue 2 ball. That way, that's a good shot. Maybe the cue ball will go in behind the blue ball.
Well, he didn't, but he kept a little bit of a threat here. He shot the speed where Scott has to do a defensive shot only. I should never say that with him because he's liable to spin this 6 in one rail, except he doesn't need to gamble, so I'm sure he's going to just knock it away.
Okay, that shot is okay if he hits it hard enough, which he's done. And as a plus, the 6 ball didn't hit the 9. In doing so, Pagulayan cannot bank the 8 ball. It's no longer free. But once again, he has to make sure that he keeps all balls in play. That's not the shot to do it.
Right. That's why we say that one pocket's like chess on a pool table. Your shot shows up sometimes a couple shots later, and in that case, he put the 6 where Alex could not shoot at his pocket. That's what you look to try to do in one pocket. Little defense with offense.
Well, he's got to be very careful here, or else he's going to end up losing a ball, or maybe even this game. I try to do something with the black ball. Even though you can't make it, I would try to put it close to his pocket and trying to reposition the cue ball somewhere in the area where the black ball is now.
Well, really, I think he can make it, but it's no percentage shot, and he's going to sell out if he misses it.
No, I'm talking about just crossing it. And he doesn't sell out anything, you know. Maybe he doesn't sell anything.
Show me with the telestrator
Well,
and the people.
I'm talking about banking it this way and reposition the cue ball somewhere over here.
Well, I think he can do that, especially this
Well,
billiard shot.
that's a good way to play the
What do
black
you
ball
think of
right
that?
there.
Even you didn't know that shot.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know it now. And if it ever comes up, you can bet your bottom dollar.
You're shooting it.
I won't recognize it. I won't recognize it.
I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble trying to figure out what happened there.
Okay, Danny, you're a good straight pool player. Matter of fact, better than good. I like playing the 8-ball going along this way.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming around, possibly in this direction here.
Yeah, I like that too, because it assures you of getting a shot. If you try to fall on, for instance, if you try to fall on this ball, you could snook yourself, get nothing. So I think you overshoot it and get to the 6. That's what he did. He's going to fall a little short, but he has a shot at it. He has a shot. That's the sure way to get to another ball. Well, he's got the
11 ball.
The 11. I thought he had a chance to. It would have been nice.
I'd like to ask you a question,
Yes.
Mr. Diliberto.
Yes, sir.
When a person is colorblind, are they colorblind to all colors or just certain colors?
Just like the shades of like pink, red, and orange, and blue and green.
Oh, I see. So that's all the colors down there right now.
Well,
with the exception of yellow.
Yellow I see real well, but then I call the we have very great lighting on this table, and it makes the 9-ball look more of a solid yellow, and sometimes I think it's the 1.
Yeah, I've often heard you call the 9 as the 1,
But let me tell you this,
But,
you never heard me call the 1 the 9.
No, because everything looks yellow.
Well, that's what I mean. It's consistently wrong. So anyway, he's got the 6 now, and he's getting back in the game from nowhere.
Excellent shot, Danny.
Yeah.
If he can just brush the 11 ball, he'll end up straight in, but he couldn't. But nevertheless, he still has a shot. A little tougher shot than he wanted to end up with, but still a shot. He trails in this second game 6-4, and he's actually come from nowhere.
Yeah, I don't expect him to miss this, and I could see him, if he could kill it, I don't know if he can kill it, he might wind up with a cross on the 9. Let's see where the cue ball stops. Oh, look at this. He fell on the 9 real well.
And very nicely executed.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he has the ability, if he can reach it, to drag the cue ball across the table and get behind the 14.
Yeah.
But he's going to have to do it with the bridge, and then it's going to play a little more difficult.
Yeah, this is the advantage of being 6'2". Like a Bob Ogburn will reach this. He doesn't need a brick. Bob can rack him from the other side of the table.
Even if you were 5'9", you could reach this. He's only like 5'4".
Yeah, but then I couldn't exaggerate.
He only needs a couple more inches to reach this fairly comfortably. But those couple inches he needs, he's never going to get. At least not now.
He's done growing, you think?
And he struck that very nicely.
Now he's got another bank.
And he's got another bank, and all of a sudden, this match is tied up. This game, I should say, is tied up at 6 balls apiece.
And he's going to bank 2 balls in a row with the bridge.
Well, that wasn't banking. He banked that one short.
Yeah.
And he needs to get that 14 a little closer to that side rail, because if he doesn't, he's going to give Frost a bank cross corner. Now, I don't know if this ball will go. Maybe it's real close from my vantage point to
See, at this distance, I look at the player. He shook his head. I don't think it goes. I think it's too close to a kiss angle. You see it?
He kissed it.
Yes.
Yeah,
too
he
close
kissed
to a
it.
kiss
Yeah.
angle. And that was a little lucky break for Alex.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, you're just stopping it. Well, here's my shot again. And eventually, before this tournament is over, someone's going to shoot it here.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with shooting that shot now. I mean,
No one
that's
shoots
not a bad
it.
shot.
No one
See,
shoots
the
it.
14
Come
ball
on.
is close enough to that bottom cushion to hit it
Yeah.
reasonably well.
Oh, before this tournament's over, I want someone to shoot that shot. It's a great one-pocket shot, and if you practice it, it's a powerful weapon.
Now, if Frost opts to bank this 14, he may end up scratching off the orange ball, so therefore he has to be pretty careful here.
You're right. It is in that spot. Well, he overcut it, and he didn't hit the 5, but it was there. You know, it was there. He's not going to do anything aggressive, I guess. You know, I like aggressive shots like this. He had a shot like to double bank that and 3-rail the cue ball, and that's really when you're mad at your backer.
Now, Frost may go for this. There's a possibility he may go for this, or he's just playing conservatively.
Oh, man. He's lucky that didn't go. Oh, he would have left Alex a bank if that went. And position. But he didn't.
Alex has to be careful here, Danny, because he can make a mistake very easily right here. He has to be very careful on this shot. He's trying to kick behind it, I think.
No.
See,
he was trying to kick bank it, but he didn't get under it enough.
No, from where he was, that was an awfully difficult shot to execute.
Well, Scott made a face again like he got a bad roll because the ball stopped where maybe he's going to dangerously close to the
Well,
side.
when you consider how poorly Alex hit that particular back kick shot, I think Frost was entitled to something a little bit better than what he received. Pagulayan at the table. I go ahead for the bank here because the 2 balls positioned at the other end of the table, and it's blocking the pocket in case Alex goes around there with the cue ball. I go for this bank, and I look for him to hit it well.
Yeah, and Billy's talking about really twirling the heck out of this ball to hit it thin and make it in your pocket. And he didn't hit it nearly thin enough, but see the 2 over there, that made it a little safer to shoot. And he did have good speed, where Scott only has a defensive shot.
Now, it looks like Scott's going to use the bottom cushion to contact the 14 from behind, sending it 1 cushion up table, preferably on his side of the table.
That's what I was going to say. Not just up table, but on his side. See, if you have no shot in one pocket, get a ball on your side, even if it's at the far end of the table. So he's got to kick this 1 rail and put it on his side. Something like that.
Yeah, very nicely executed.
Good shot. Good shot.
Okay, let's see if he has a shot on the orange ball here. 1 cushion, maybe make like a close scratch, and plus it's going to be difficult to control both the orange and the cue ball. I like him banking the 14. This is a safe, very safe shot because both balls will then end up on his side of the table. Watch when the shot's over. Both balls end up on his side of the table.
How about snookering him?
Yeah, good shot.
Well, I don't think he snookered him.
Yeah, he did.
No, he can bank it on his side.
He can?
Yeah. Yeah, it was close. If he snookered him, that would have been a real big advantage for Alec. And he needs a big advantage because he's losing 1-0 in games, and this is 6-6.
Now, once again, Alex has to be very careful. Notice how Scott repositioned the cue ball very close to that bottom cushion. So therefore, Alex had to be real careful. He's going to give him a free shot on something here, possibly. No,
Well,
I don't think that he's done that.
No, he hasn't.
I mean, going after this bank cross corner is not really that bad of a shot.
No.
Well, he didn't shoot
He didn't want
it.
to mess with because he didn't, he figured he might leave Alec a better bank.
Well, he
than
did
that.
leave Alex a bank.
He did, yeah.
He did leave Alex a
He didn't hit
bank.
the ball hard enough. And you know what? This cue ball's liable to go for position on the 5 some way, a bank or behind it or something.
I don't think he can get it behind the 5 unless he elevates, and in doing so, he'll actually diminish the accuracy of the shot somewhat. He's better off leveling off, going 2 cushions with the cue ball in front of the 5. If he makes it, he may have another bank on the 5.
Well, he almost went behind it, Billy.
Yep. But
well, he did have a shot at it.
Yeah, he needed to cut the ball a little more, which would have,
Yeah. Well, he's just going to, one more time, try to knock it on the side, but this time don't leave him a bank.
Which he did.
He made sure of. See, he shot that a little bit harder, and it got near that rail. The other shot, he didn't hit hard enough and left the bank.
Now he's really got to be careful here because this shot is a very difficult shot to execute if he has his mind set on coming off the 13. There are, a lot of things that can go wrong for him, or against him, I should say, if he uses the 13 to come off with.
Yeah, I really think he's in the spot. I think, you got to be careful because if you stick there, you can leave a bank on that other ball, He's going to just try to congest everything and get out of the inning and not leave anything.
Okay, that was a wise shot. I looked at that shot, but I said he has to hit that really well, which he did. Frost is repositioning the orange ball on his side of the table.
Well, he's going to fan this down towards the orange ball and come back to maybe somewhere where he is now, I believe. I don't see anything aggressive, you know. Cut the ball to the 5 and put the cue ball where it is now. He banked it on his side. I don't know about this. He has a 3-railer, believe it or not. I don't know if he's going to shoot it, but he sure has it. Now, he's going to cut the ball in, but I thought he had a 3-railer. These tables roll long because it's dry and new cloth. I think he had a 3-railer.
Well, 3-railer goes to Alex's pocket.
Well, then you don't want to shoot that.
No, and I guarantee you, sooner or later,
See,
you're going to
lost.
shoot in your opponent's pocket too. I can see that.
Oh, I did that once in a tournament with Willie Munson in Tampa.
Yeah.
I shot the ball in his pocket. And you know the story about Fats. You know, he's playing a guy, and the guy shoots a ball in his pocket and starts running 5 balls in Fats's pocket. And then on the 6th one, the guy had a real tough shot. Fats says, hold it, you don't play good enough. I'll shoot this one.
That's funny. But how do you treat that? I don't think.
No, it's really, if you catch that he has shot indeed in the wrong. First of all, the first one you shoot, the inning's over for you. But if somehow you sleep it and you shoot a few more, you got to be able to remember where the balls were and place them back.
You do. That's
the logical thing you would do, and that's what I would do, either for me or the player I was playing.
Watch out.
He made that 2-railer, 3-railer that I've been asking someone to shoot.
You're right.
And he hit it good.
Yeah. But he had too much spin on the object ball when it hit the second cushion.
Okay.
That's why it didn't go toward the pocket. That shot has to be executed with a little softer speed, allowing the spin to leave the ball before hitting that second cushion.
Scott has that shot that I keep calling for someone to shoot.
It lays very difficult here, though,
No,
Danny.
well, I know, but you're a top player. And come down that way. He's not. Someone will shoot that before this tournament's over, Billy. I'll bet you breakfast.
Oh, Danny, you're just trying to get breakfast back from me, okay?
Yeah.
Why don't you just ask me,
right.
Billy, why don't you do me a favor? Since I owe you a breakfast, why don't you just give me one?
I'm trying to make some interest. This is a gambling tournament, and I want to bet high.
Well, then show a little gamble then.
Yeah,
okay? Quit begging for breakfast.
Let's bet an omelet. It's in.
Uh-huh. Okay, all of a sudden, Pagulayan needs only 1 ball in a game where we thought he was out of it.
In Florida, you can shoot this shot 4 rails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only in Florida, though, because it's wet.
Well, then you drew it wrong.
I did draw it
Yeah,
wrong. You gotta
it's
hit
1,
past the
2,
pocket.
3, 4, and then
Right,
in there.
yeah, past the pocket.
Right.
But that shot goes in on wet days. You know, you want to feel the cloth and you feel a little clammy. That is a playable shot. You can't play it in Vegas.
It may even come up short off the 4th cushion.
That's right. In Miami, it had. I've seen it come 5 cushions go back to the other guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But it's a shootable shot in wet conditions. Just put it in your calendar, guys out there, and it's a big shot.
Okay, if this ball was missed, it has to be missed exactly the way he missed it. But it's not a good idea to miss it in any way. He's left Frost a shot on the 10 ball to win this second game.
Yeah.
See, Pagulayan hit that way too hard. He was supposed to miss it by overcutting it if he was going to miss it, but the speed of the shot, that's where he made his error.
He missed it.
Frost missed it. He had an excellent opportunity.
You see, the cue ball naturally went to there. You know, position on the 5. And Alex is swinging his fist.
Okay,
I think he's pumping himself up.
This is another shot that he has to be careful with, because if he misses this one, he's going to give him a return back as well. So therefore, what do? You hit it with the speed that you don't give a return back and just concentrate on pocketing the ball?
Oh, you got to cinch it. I know it's a tough shot, and like you said, he got the best of that roll. That ball could have very easily joggled in the pocket and gone a little upstream for an easy bank. He can only two-rail it on his side now. That's all.
But it's important for Frost to keep the cue ball near a cushion.
Yeah, because this is bankable. As thin as it looks, it's not as thin as it is. And you can bank this ball, but you're losing the cue ball.
Yeah, exactly. I would not attempt to bank this ball because he has to hit it so thin that the cue ball is going to go around the table and maybe sell out another bank. So I would try to just cross the 10 on my side.
Plus, well, I don't know. He might leave a two-railer here. No, that was a bad shot. You're right. He's supposed to cross that on his side. He left a two-railer here, and I expect him to hit this pretty good. Look how short it went. Well, I was right again. See, Alec really doesn't, he needs to play real hard here. He got in this match if he can win this game, but if he doesn't win, he's in lots of trouble.
That's a pretty good shot. That's a pretty good shot. Now, Frost has nothing to do other than to play a nice, simple safety.
He has a bank, Billy.
Well, it's not. I don't think it's
not
free.
A hanger, but it's
and
a
it's
bank.
not free either because the cue ball is going to go into the orange ball. Looks like, and something crazy is liable to happen here.
You see what I mean about?
See, it's not free. Something crazy is liable to happen.
But excuse me. You see how thin he hit it? Because I said a great thing a little while ago. It's not as thin a hit as it looks, and that's what happened there. He overhit it. I mean, as far as this, cutting it, he missed that one too.
He missed it badly too.
It sold out.
And the reason he missed it badly is because he hadn't really made up his mind to shoot it because of the position of the 10. He knows that if he misses that ball, Scott can win this game. He was too quick to shoot that ball. He should have made up his mind that that was the correct shot and hit it like it was the correct shot.
Right, and play position for the 14 a little better. And
no, he only needs one ball.
Who, Alex?
Yes, Alex.
Frost needs.
No, Alex needs one ball, Danny. You got to be.
Yeah, he needs one ball. Okay, I thought it was the other way around. You're right. Yeah. I thought Alex the one who needed both balls. And I think we're going to have a 2-0 score here.
And we do. Pagulayan had 3 opportunities to pocket game ball, and he didn't make good with any of them. In a couple of those opportunities, he was definitely clearly a favorite, at least in my mind. But that's game number 2. Frost wins the first 2 games of this very important match and leads to Zippo. Pagulayan very, very disgruntled in his chair, making all kind of crazy gestures like, what's happening? What am I doing? I don't know. I don't think he's going to come back because his mind is now drifted further away from this game.
I agree with you, Billy, and he's been staying up and making games and stuff, so he could be a little tired. Well, anyway, he looks like he's about 16 years old, Alex. In the old days, if someone that looked like Alex came into Poolham, wouldn't you have played him?
That's a great shot. If the 10 ball doesn't come down to foil
it foiled it.
Well, that was a great shot, especially when you consider how nicely he controlled the cue ball. If he can cut in the brown ball, the 7 ball, I don't think he can hit it. But if he could hit it from this position and go into the pack, the 10 ball is there as a nice follow-up ball.
That's a straight pool shot, Bill. You said you don't know how to play straight pool, but that is a straight pool shot. If he could have hit the other ball. But really, he can go to the 1. He can go to the 14 here. That's what I like going to. I think you can go right to the 14, and then you'll automatically carry an angle from the 14 to the 1. That's what he did.
Well,
he didn't hit it low. He came 50-yard line.
And he came up a little too thin on the 14. But the angle that he's left himself with here on the 1 suggests to me if he's able to put down the 1, he'll break some balls loose from the pack here and may have an opportunity to run out.
And he doesn't have to hit it hard to break balls loose. He figures if he shoots this one, he figures to have the 11 next, and without hitting it hard. Just, you know, finesse it in. I think you're going to just have the 11 next. He's got the 11 next. That's all he's got, too. I think he's got the 11, don't you?
Yeah, he has the 11.
Yeah.
The cue ball suggests to me that on the angle that it's on, the 11, that's going toward the green and white stripe ball, the 14. After pocketing the 11, he would like to draw it, but if he draws it away from the 14, that side pocket's there. And I don't think he wants to run the risk of scratching in the side.
Well, when he makes the 11, does the 6 go by? You know, if he could miss the 14. I mean, he might hit at the right speed with a little reverse and go one rail to the 6.
Maybe the rail and then hit the 14.
That's the shot.
Okay, yeah. He was able to miss the 14.
Yeah.
Now he's gone by the 6 better go because the 12 ball, the pink and white ball, would have gone had he not gone cross table this far.
I don't understand it. He looked like he played for the 6, and now he's kicking the floor, and he's not happy. It must not pass.
Well, we can tell on the monitor, if you'll give me the telestrator pen, which you have gripped tightly in your hand. This is the 6, and this is the pocket. Does it go into this pocket? I don't think so. I think this ball is in the way. He was playing for the 12 ball, the pink and white striped ball, and he's gone too far on the other side of the table. He's got to be careful here because that 9 ball is almost in the jaws there, and he's going to have a problem. He's going to also have a problem moving the 9 without selling out a shot.
Well, tell me this: if the 6 doesn't go, apparently it doesn't because he's like really having a little seizure there.
Mm-hmm.
How about the combination?
I like the
6,
combination.
12.
I
or
like
6, 11.
I like the 6-12 combination.
Oh, that's the 12.
Now, he's
Yeah,
gonna
that's 12. 6, 12.
This here is tough to shoot. Okay, he was able to control the cue ball nicely there. Since he did that so effortlessly, I like that shot.
Yeah. Well,
He's protecting his lead 4-0.
Yes. He's a little hot because he wants to win quick right now and get in this match, you know. And really, I thought he'd make a few more balls than that.
Okay, he wants to play like a half-up table game. He has a 4-0 lead, so he wants to put about 5 or 6 balls up table. You know, that would suffice with a 4-0 lead. So he'll start doing that now. I don't know about that shot. I didn't like that shot. I didn't like that
Why
shot.
not?
I just didn't like it. That's all, because
Well,
he knocked the
explain it.
ball away from his side of the table. You know, and he's allowed Frost at the table to do something offensively. You know, he could make this 6 ball. That's why I didn't like it.
Okay, that could be the only reason because he did put the other ball where it goes for him. But like you say, he's had 4-0. Don't give a dangerous guy like Scott Frost any chance to get in the game.
Okay, what I like here is just a simple shot. As soon as I get this telestrator working, on the 9 ball. As soon as it, okay, people with the telestrator, I thank you. Just cross the 9 on this side of the table, repositioning the cue ball somewhere down there. That's what I like here. Put that ball on your side of the table. Just do something simple. That's all. And I would like, if I were he, to reposition the cue ball to where it wouldn't give him a bank on the pink ball. It would give him a bank on the... Get down there, get a little further down. You might give him a bank on that pink ball. You don't want to give him the bank on the pink.
Well, he didn't. He didn't because the way he has to shoot it, he'd be playing position for Alex if he shoots this. There's no angle to like glance. I don't know. He might be able to shoot the 6. Now, he doesn't really like his shot, and he really doesn't want to play knock the balls upstream because he's the one trailing. That's the strength of playing the score. You know, the shot changes if you're winning 4-0 or losing 4-0. Anytime you get way ahead in the game and you don't have anything to shoot at, knock the balls upstream, make it tougher for your opponent to run out.
Now he has to make sure that he gets back down table shooting this shot, and sometimes you fall short of it, so therefore if you shoot this shot, you want to make sure if you shoot this shot you want to make sure that these guys that are operating the telestrator are falling asleep on the wheel here. That's it. If you shoot this shot, you want to make sure that you get down table like so, like what he's done.
He pocketed the 6. That's going to spot behind the 3 and 13. No, it went out. Oh, wait, that was the 7 ball. Well, about by the end of the tournament, I'll get used to the colors.
I think it'll be better if you move over just a slight bit, Danny. I'll move over along with you, and it'll give us a little better. That's it. There we go. Okay. 4-0, Pagulayan. Game number 3. Frost 2-0 in games. That's a nice hit if it's anything goes.
Yeah, how about if it leaves the bank? Which it did.
And once again, he has to be fairly careful here.
Even though you have to be careful leading 4-0, you do have to shoot this.
Yeah. Now, you know, Kenny, does he have the ability to shoot it like this here? Bank, and then draw the cue ball in toward his position right here?
I think he could stop right there. I think he could shoot and stop for position on the 2. I think it sits perfect. Just hit it and stop right there. That's what he did. He missed the ball and it came over on his side. Oh my God. Oh, from looking like the favorite, all of a sudden things look a little...
I think what Frost needs to do is he needs to play position for these balls here.
I'm sure he knows that.
That's too hard. Is it too hard?
No.
Is it too hard?
A trifle. A trifle, but that's not going to stop him from shooting. The trouble is, all those balls near the spot don't go in his pocket. He has a possible combination if he fell just right. He made the ball, and he's going 3 rails to the combination. Look at this. What a great shot. Effortlessly.
Okay, now he's going to be careful here. If he shoots the combination, he better make sure that he pockets it because he's not going to get another shot.
Unless he goes forward. And he's got the bank.
He's got the bank on the 13 or the 5?
I think the 13. He didn't make it. He did not make it.
Okay, now the score is 4-3. I banked the red ball here, no question about it. I would definitely bank the red ball here. Dragging the cue ball up table, you're going to put Frost in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, he cannot do anything with the 13 ball because that 5, even though it's close to Alex's pocket, it's as good for Frost. And you're right. Just go ahead, hit the cue a little low, avoid the corner. Don't scratch in that far corner. And he made it.
Okay, now he'll probably shoot the 5. That's real close to the pocket.
No.
He would like to shoot the 14, but the 5 is so close to the pocket. I look for him to shoot the 5 here.
I really don't. I think he's shooting the 14. I think he looked at those other 2 balls too, but I think he's got to shoot the 14.
Well, if he doesn't shoot the 14, he's going to shoot the 12. I mean, if he doesn't shoot the 5, he's going to shoot the 12.
Yeah, the 12 has a chance to go safe.
Now watch the cue ball here. 2 cushions in the corners available. It's a possibility of a scratch. 1, 2 in the corner, but okay, he was able to stay away from it.
Good shot.
Now he might be going on the other side of the 8. Maybe he loses marker with the 8.
Yeah, he got a little funny.
Okay, he does have 6 balls. He only needs 2. So therefore, if he's made up his mind to shoot the 8, what he really needs to do is focus and concentrate on pocketing the 8 and not be guilty of what he did the last game.
This is not free. That's why I like the 14. That way, it's a little tougher shot, but it's a little easier position. But when you shoot this straight, it doesn't matter. He really sold out. He really showed. He got himself in a little problem that he shot out of. But I would have shot the 14.
That's game number 3. It finally goes on Pagulayan's side, as the first 2 did not, and he trails in the match 2-1. Frost will be at the table opening balls up in game number 4. Now keep in mind, this will be the last opportunity Frost will have to break the balls.
Right.
So therefore, he must make good with his break, or he'll be looking at hill with Pagulayan breaking.
Yeah, that would make, besides winning the game when you're 2 down and tying it, it's also your break. So psychologically, he's a big favorite if he can break Frost's serve.
A lot of pressure. I think more pressure is on Frost this game than on Pagulayan, because Frost realizes that he must hold service here or else he'll be at a distinct disadvantage, not only with Pagulayan breaking the balls, but with momentum on Pagulayan's side as well.
And how about Pagulayan packs his bags and he's out, and Frost isn't?
Well, that figures to be what happens, but you never can tell. You never can tell. But what you meant when you said that is that Frost has the option to buy back in.
Right. Now, it wasn't a great break. You know, it isn't like Alex in a big trap. He's not looking to spin this in, is he? He jumped like he was.
No.
You got to kick lightly at the 13 ball, don't you?
I don't know.
Or
I
is
think
that the 12?
that's the 13.
Oh, I'm right. Kick lightly at that. You're not going to leave a bank. Well, he's going to try to bank it on his side and put him in the pile with no shot.
Oh, I didn't like that at all.
No, he didn't really.
Oh, my. Alex, I definitely feel that you misplayed that shot. I mean, badly.
Well, he hit something he didn't figure to hit. He didn't want to
But
hit.
there was no reason to do that. There was no reason to do
you're
that.
Right. The shot just carried a simple, safe, nothing real good for you, get out of the inning kind of thing. Instead, he put a few more balls closer to Scott Frost's pocket.
Well, it looks like that he almost lost the game with that shot. Maybe not right away, but, inevitably lost the game with that shot.
I think he's got to kick it in. I don't like this. I think he's got to kick it one rail. See what I mean? He should have kicked it the long way and tried to make the ball, and he may have got out of the inning, and now
he'll play rail first, soft with rail first, playing position for the 13 in the
See,
same pocket,
Billy,
and maybe even have a bank. Maybe even end up with a bank on the 12.
Number 9, Richard Lashmet, and Steve Lingelbach. Table number
rail
9,
first, softly.
Table number 8, Al Loki and Tom
Good shot.
Kasich. Table number 2 in the
Now he can get to the 3. Easy enough. There's not a whole bunch that go, but he can get to the 3, and then he can play position for the bank on the 12 ball, right?
Right. Now he's to stroke this very softly, repositioning
Freeze
the
on
cue
the
ball
rail.
near the cushion.
Closer to the rail, the easier the shot is. He got ideal. And I don't know what happens after this. He certainly has a good move if he banks this ball and makes it, which he did. If he could have shot a little harder, he could have gotten. If he could have gotten in line with these 3, he could have knocked these right to the pocket and stuck there. Well, he had a dead one. That's better.
That's
than
even
a move.
better.
Yeah, I would say.
Right, and even better.
Yeah, a tad better.
He's leading 5 to -1. And he's playing pretty offensive right there, Danny. I think that's a mistake.
Yeah, I think
for him
so.
to be playing that offensive, leading 5 to -1.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you don't take any chance to give. We're not talking about Class D players. We're talking about the best in the world. Don't give them a chance or they'll hurt you. I don't think he has a real good offensive shot, but it could have been. Scott took a little liberty there where he didn't have to, like you say, leading 5 to -1.
Pagulayan would like to do something offensive, but maybe it's just not there. What is there, I do believe, if I can find a telestrator, must be in Danny's hand again. Yes, it is. It's all sweaty. Anyways,
I don't sweat.
Anyway, he does have a 2 cushion on the green ball. Okay, drawing the cue ball back to this area right here. That is available if he sees it.
I just want to say I'm not a pencil hog. I mean, I just want to make sure we know where it is because it's dark up here and we've lost it a few times. What a hit. Oh, God, what a hit that was. Oh, a little harder. Very good hit. And the good hit about it is he left Scott Frost nothing.
Well, if I'm going to shoot this shot, I'm going to shoot this shot in this fashion. I'm going to hit the 6-ball deep here, into there, and up there, repositioning the cue ball this way.
Yeah, that's a good.
That's what I want to do
Yeah,
if I
that's
shoot the green ball.
He's playing the 4 off the ball. Straight pull shot.
And he's won the match with that shot. He only needs 2 balls.
Yeah.
He has the 14, and then after the 14, he'll probably have the 12.
Well, if he soft draws it, he'll have the ball he's hitting, but he's not soft drawing it. Oh, he has it, yeah.
And now he has a
That's
10
the
ball
shot.
for match ball. And it looks like that Frost is going to advance in the tournament, and he's still going to have that option to buy back in left. And that's awfully, awfully beneficial for the players to keep that option.
Well, he played, we'll say good enough to win, but Alex was not Alex today. Alex had a little bit off night. Would you agree?
Oh, yep, absolutely. Alex didn't play his game. You know, it was a subpar performance by Pagulayan, and he'll be the first to admit it. I saw Pagulayan an hour or so before this match began, and he just wasn't himself. I saw him out in the corridor. He wasn't himself. He seems like he's a little frustrated with other things, and I knew going into this match that he was going to have problems, and that's exactly what he did.
You're right. He usually gets up there and has fun and plays to the crowd, but he was kind of moody today. Like you are in the morning, you know, when we're doing an early match.
Okay, I think Scott Frost wants to know if we're going to be doing an interview. If we're going to be doing an interview, why don't someone get him? Because we haven't interviewed him. Okay, we're going to be doing an interview with Scott Frost, and he's going to make his way up to the booth in a moment. And in a moment, we'll be back with Scott. Okay, Scott Frost has made his way up to the booth. Scott, congratulations in your match against Pagulayan. And I know you played Pagulayan quite a bit, so you feel quite comfortable playing him, don't you?
Yeah, quite a bit. We've played a lot this week, so I figured it was his turn.
You figured it was his turn. Is that
Yeah.
the way you figure things?
I was a little bit nervous, obviously.
Okay, going into this match, there were 12 players left in the tournament. You were one of 3 without a loss, and that has to make you feel pretty good coming into this junction of the tournament without a loss.
Absolutely, now for sure.
Now that you got by Alex.
Alex.
With a bad, that's how you got to win tournaments.
Absolutely.
You know, win the matches you play bad in.
Right.
You know, and that's big. Yeah.
Well, I don't. Are you implying that Scott played bad in this
No,
match? I
I'm
don't think so at
saying
all.
that Alex didn't play his speed, and Scott won the match. Not playing bad. Not playing bad. You know, it's like what I always say about pitching and hitting. They say, wow, the guy pitched a great game. And then they say the other team's not hitting at all. What was it? You know, you played well enough to win, and it's a W, you know, in a big spot in the tournament, and you got rid of, we'll call him a nemesis. You gamble with him all the time.
Correct.
And you knew it was going to be a tough match, and you're relieved to get by him. You might play
Absolutely.
better.
Right.
Well, anyways, I thought you played pretty good in the match.
Thank
You're one of 3 players, I believe, still left without a loss. I don't know how Neville did or Parika. They were playing at the same time you were. But this is the first time that you've played in this tournament that you have gotten this far. Is that correct?
Correct.
And how do you feel about that?
I feel real good. I'm starting to play tournaments a lot more, and I'm getting used to the pressure. It's a lot different than gambling. So I'm really proud of myself, and I won't be happy unless I win this tournament.
So therefore, what you're saying is that you haven't really fared well in tournaments. You're more of a gambler.
I used to be.
Okay.
Well, that's also
Past tense.
that's also why he didn't win the tournaments, because he would stay up all night and gamble and get
Correct.
wore out.
Absolutely.
Right. So now he is resting and aiming at the tournament.
I'm
Yeah,
s-
well, you know why he doesn't gamble that much anymore? Because people know how well he plays, and he can't get real good games like he used to.
Yeah,
So
and-
therefore, rather than to take a bad game, he's going to bed.
In other words,
so what he's saying is I really don't gamble.
and also he's dealt with you, so that helped teach him to quit.
well,
this.
you know, I mean, you know, hopefully he's learned something from playing me. You know, I'm not talking
Absolutely.
about on the table. I'm talking about you know, moving around a little bit. You know, stuff like that.
I've learned a lot from you, Billy.
Well, thank you very much. I believe that's a compliment. Was that
For
correct?
sure.
Okay,
For
good.
sure.
Okay. Anyways, I like the way you're playing, Scott, and I have been liking the way you're playing in the last couple of years. It just seems like it's taking you a little bit longer to show the people out there your skills. But of course, You're just starting to get more comfortable playing in tournaments.
Correct.
Yeah. Now, of the players left in the tournament, in this tournament, what particular player do you fear most? I know you played Joyner, and I know you've played Perica, and those are two of the favorites out there on the floor.
To be honest with you, I'm pretty feared of Neville because in tournaments he seems real powerful and very offensive, and he does well in tournaments. He's a tournament player. I would love to play Perica or Joyner in the finals because, like you say, I've been used to playing them before, but Neville just seems to be real strong in the tournaments. He's done well in the U.S. Open one pockets a couple times, and that's about it.
Well, that was kind of a surprise answer, at least I thought it was. You know, I thought you would have picked Joyner or Perica, but to hear you say Neville, that was a surprise to me. I'm not trying to downplay Neville's play by any means.
Right.
I know he's a strong player, and I know he does well in tournaments. Like Danny mentioned, he never loses a tournament, a 9-ball tournament in Milwaukee.
Right.
And that's great practice. You know, if you can win,
Sure.
win, you're accustomed to winning regardless of where the tournament is.
Right.
So that's interesting. Anyways.
It's very interesting because the other two players are rated over Neville, you know, but he has this little extra fear of Neville because Neville is so successful in tournaments.
I feel the question was who I would be most comfortable playing, and it would definitely be Jose or Cliff. I haven't experienced Larry, and I know he's strong in tournaments, so I think I'd be more uncomfortable playing him.
Okay, well, you answered the question. Anyways, I'm certainly sure none of the three players would feel that comfortable playing you as well as you're playing right now. So once again,
appreciate that.
Once again, Scott, congratulations on your win here against
Thanks,
Pagulayan.
Billy.
You've eliminated him from the tournament, even though he's kind of a friend of yours. He had to go.
Right.
Good shooting and congratulations from me.
I appreciate it, guys.
And good luck for the remainder of the tournament, Scott.
I really appreciate it.
Okay, Danny, we're going to close it up here, unless you have something to add.
No,
to
that's it. That's
okay.
it.
In behalf of Danny Diliberto, this is Bill Incardona saying thanks a lot for viewing this tape and supporting Accu-Stats. If you're by a phone, give Pat a call. 800-828-0397.